All right, so we're here at the Leatherneck Club once again. For those of you who don't know who this is, you need to figure it out quick. This is Ghost. So for those who don't know, who is Ghost?
Ghost is a crusty old fucking Marine. United States Marine Corps, 1986 and 91. Got out right after Desert Storm.
Oh, yeah.
Moved to the Las Vegas Valley as a young veteran.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of went out in the world and started doing the things in the world that most of us do when we get out.
Mm-hmm.
Went out and found a job.
Oh, yeah.
Golden Nugget Casino. Security guard. $8.25 an hour or whatever it was, working graveyards. Eventually it evolved, and I ended up with a medical company. And
really?
It's what kept me in Vegas. I was going to leave. I actually wanted to go get on a cruise ship out of like Long Beach.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, right.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, live on board the ship, hit a couple ports of call, do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I was thinking. But got into that world, and it kind of kept me here in the Las Vegas Valley. And now I've been here since 1991. I have been the proprietor, operations, volunteer, whatever it is for the Leatherneck Club.
Yes.
For the last 15 years.
Okay, so you took it over about halfway through then.
Yeah, so we've been here about 36 years.
Yes.
So yeah, about halfway through. It was at that time a very specific Marine Corps League bar, and not a grill, just a bar.
Just a bar.
Like most VFWs, American Legions, and Marine Corps leagues across the country.
Yes.
It was just a bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's where veterans came and hung out and smoked stogies and talked shit. And when a younger veteran walked in, they're like, "What are you doing in my bar, kid?" Making the younger generation of veterans feel extremely uncomfortable.
Yes.
And couldn't figure out, why aren't we getting any more business? I watched that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't participate in it, but I watched it. And there was a time where the Leatherneck Club needed some help, and I came in as a volunteer.
Yes.
And I said, "Let me just give you a hand. Mm-hmm. I've been in the business world forever. I don't know the bar business, but I know the business."
Yes.
Business is business. We have costs. We have the ability to serve.
Mm-hmm.
We have the ability to watch our bottom line.
Yes.
We have the ability to take care of our customers and our employees. Number one thing that we need to do, take care of our customers. You want to be in business, take care of your customers so they come back. No social media at the time. Nobody in the country knew about the Leatherneck Club other than the local Marines in the Las Vegas Valley. Very unwelcoming. Mm-hmm. Sorry to say, it was.
I mean, it's a different time. It's
a different time, right? The patrons at the bar were Korea War, Vietnam War, and I was probably one of the very first Desert Storm Marines to walk in this place.
Yes.
And it was time for it to evolve. So I volunteered to come in and try and help it evolve.
So real quick, before we get started, I just want to know, what does the word Leatherneck mean to you?
Leatherneck for me means a brotherhood. You hear the word Leatherneck and you're a Marine, you immediately know what they're talking about.
Yes.
In all likelihood, it's coming from another Leatherneck. I mean, the literal statement of Leatherneck is leather stocks around the neck during the Barbary Wars, and that's where it came from. Mm-hmm. Now we currently wear that on our dress blues, right? Every set of dress blues has that leather neck on it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is our stock, which replicates what they were wearing back in the Barbary Wars. So to hear that word, you immediately know you're amongst people who have the same knowledge you have.
Swing. So we're going to talk a little bit about your military background. Dive into this really quick. Why the Marine Corps?
When I was about 12 years old, I met a couple Marines at a barbecue.
Yes.
They weren't active. They were veterans, but they were brothers in the term of brotherhood, right?
Yes.
Not blood, but brothers. And they just sat there and they were talking with each other, and it was a large barbecue, but these guys were like two peas in a pod. You didn't see them separated from each other. They were telling the same stories and lies to each other and drinking beer and having a good time. And I asked my dad, I'm like, "Who are those guys?" A couple of his employees. He's like, "Oh, those guys are Marines." And I'm like, "I want to be a Marine."
Yeah.
It's funny. That's stuck in my head.
And that's one thing that you don't see with a lot of other branches. Like, I'm a Navy vet, so you don't see that amongst the other seamen. You really don't.
Well,
a little bit here and there, but
it depends on which shower room you go to. I mean, they're all over the place.
So How long have you been out, and what years were you active?
Active 1986 to 91.
Okay.
1st Battalion, 8th Marines was my final duty station in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. My final duty was Desert Storm. I came home from Desert Storm. Most of us were told 30 days libo. Mm-hmm. There was families, there was fanfare, there was, just, hey, welcome home. It was a different time, right? Mm-hmm. And people were rejoicing in the veterans coming home. So they went on 30 days libo. I got told, because I was on stop loss, report at 08 tomorrow morning if you were on stop loss. Mm-hmm. So I did. Reported the next morning, met with my XO, met with an admin clerk on a Ball typewriter, and they slipped in a little form called a DD-214, and they typed on that my discharge. And that's how it happened. Me and my XO and an admin clerk and a line of other Marines behind me that were also on stop loss. That day at 09 a.m., I was a civilian. I was done.
Completely different time and process getting out now.
May 31st, 1991, no longer a Marine. Boom.
Did you have any clue before that happened?
No. Again, we flew home on TWA jets. Mm-hmm. We had buses pick us up at the airport to drive us to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, to where our barracks were. Our parents, family, friends were all there to greet us. Boom, you're out. I mean, I did get one night out in town with my family and a couple of my buddies who didn't have family there. My dad took us all to Applebee's and, so we could eat and probably shit our brains out the next day after eating all the crap we had over there forever. And then the next day, hey, you're out. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
So what's weird about today is your guys' checkout process is ridiculous.
It is a year long.
It is ridiculous. If you're missing a tent stake, you're not getting out.
Yes.
If you're missing a canteen, you're not getting out. Mm-hmm. I had 2 sea bags with me. One with my clothing, issued clothing, and one full of 782 gear. Alice pack frame, my helmet, my flak jacket, my everything other than my weapon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what about this gear over here? They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Sweet.
We gotta love some opportunities to tactically acquire.
So when I came to Leatherneck Club, being one of the very first Desert Storm Marines that ever came here,
yes,
the whole Desert Storm case is my gear. I dumped my sea bag out. I'm like, what do you guys want? They're like, shit. We'll take that, and we'll take that, and we'll take that. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's so different now to hear these young Marines, these young airmen, these young seamen, everybody coming in here like,
yes,
yeah, the checkout process is freaking horrible now.
Yes.
Like you're missing one thing and there's like an E3 working a desk saying, sorry, E9, you can't get out because I have the authority to say you can't get out because you're missing XYZ.
Yes.
That's just crazy to me.
The craziest part is like, it's not just gear. It's you have to be able to pass your dental exam. You have to be able to pass your medical exam. If you have fucked up teeth, they won't let you out of the military right now. And they'll keep you.
Well, and I'm going to say that's not a bad thing.
No.
It's not. I mean, it's weird, but it's not. I watch veterans struggle every day right now to go through the VA system. Why?
Yes.
Because none of them ever went to medical. None of them ever went to dental. Mm-hmm. I'm from the era of suck it up, Lance Corporal. We're going to the field. Well, my arm hurts. You can go to medic when you get back, or go see the doc, right? Yeah. Out in the field. You didn't go to medical. But that also means you never got anything put in your medical records, right?
Yes.
So now they're out here and they're struggling. They're 50 years old, 55, whatever they are. And they can't get the VA to take them serious on what their medical condition is. Mm-hmm. And they say, well, that couldn't have happened in the military because it's not in your records.
Yes.
Why? Well, because I didn't want to be a pussy. And I didn't want to be a pussy and go to the doc. So I just sucked it up and I walked on a broken ankle for 3 months until it self-healed, in my jungle boots. And here I am now 50 years old and I can barely walk, right? And you're going to the VA, and the VA is like, nah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You want an appointment with the orthopedic? Yeah, no problem. What's all that scar tissue? What's that hairline fracture that's still there? Oh, that happened 1987.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not in your record books. It couldn't have happened.
I hear it time and time again. One of my clients for real estate, he's 70 years old. He had never had a VA rating in his life because he didn't want to go to the VA. He didn't even know he qualified for a VA home loan because there's so much misinformation around it.
So much. And I will tell you that I believe that the generation that we're in right now,
yes,
and I'm going to give a lot of credit to the younger generation of veterans that are now out there, are the ones who are becoming more and more savvy to what is available to us. And they're the ones helping. I mean, it's crazy what's available to us that we don't know about.
Yes.
And the advent of social media and the ability to press the word out to say to veterans, hey, you qualify for X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
You can now get that home loan. You can get that, buy your land, build your home, blah, 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 through the VA.
Yes.
You can go to the VA clinic. Oh, I make too much money. Nobody makes too much money to go to the VA. It's a misnomer. You may not get your copays paid for because you make so much money, but they cannot deny you the ability to go to the VA and seek treatment. It's your given right.
And one thing that it grinds my gears that more people don't know about it is Chapter 35 VR&E benefits. So what that is education benefits from the VA that doesn't touch their post 9/11 thing. So you can get your entire bachelor's degree, get a brand new laptop, get all the equipment you need to go to school.
And never pay a dime.
Never even touch your post 9/11 bill, and then go for a master's after if you want to.
And if you're a disabled veteran and you get the right rating, your family can do the same.
Yes.
Right?
With 100% permanent in total.
Absolutely.
It's one thing that I wish more people were pushing, because there's people out here that deserve it, that are broken, that saw that shit.
I think more people worry about the payday than they worry about the benefit. The benefits for some people outweigh the payday, right? It's nice to get that $1,400 check a month or whatever it is, depending on what your level of disability is. But it's the benefits that come behind that. The county assessor, taking money off of your real estate taxes on an annual basis. The ability to use that for part of your, getting your car license plate registered, using a percentage of that to knock that down. It's crazy what's out there that it's just not there. And it is, I'm going to tell you, it is the younger generation of veterans out there that are the ones that are actually discovering this and the ones that are sharing it. I mean, I go on social media all the time, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. And there's veteran advocates on these social media platforms saying, shut up, take 2 minutes, listen to me for the next 2 minutes. And then you go to their page and you listen to them more, and it's like, holy crap.
Yeah. I
just learned a ton. I've been doing this for the last 15 years, and I think I know shit. I don't know nothing. I'm a gnat on the ass of a big bull, and that big bull is our VA system. And I'm learning every single day what's available to us.
And that's the fucked up thing, is it changes so much. It is completely different playing field, day to day, month to month, year to year.
Absolutely.
But one thing that I've noticed from a lot of vets, when they finally get the VA rating that is appropriate for what happened to them in the service, outside of the benefits, outside of the money, is to feel seen for what happened. Because there's some crazy stories that I've heard.
There is. And I'm a full circle that back to this bar.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what we're here for. Is we have veterans that walk in this bar who haven't even acknowledged their veteran status in the last 12, 15, 20 years. Because they weren't comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, they discover this bar and they walk in, and all of a sudden they're chatty Cathy at the bar, talking about everything under the sun. Not to nauseam, but to a respect level where the other people around them are having a conversation with them.
Yes.
And making them feel welcome and making them feel important. I always say over and over again, sometimes veterans need veterans.
Yes.
And that's a very important thing that we try to fulfill here at the Leatherneck Club. It may not be me, it may not be my bartender, it may not be my cook. It might be the other veteran sitting right next to you at the bar who you served in 2 different branches. You had 2 totally different MOSs, but somehow there's a connection, and you have the ability to share that connection with one another, and it's okay.
Yes.
You don't feel like you are ostracized. You don't feel like you're 1 in 1,000 in a crowd. Here, you're one of the masses who feel just like you do. don't look over your shoulder when the door opens because you're safe.
Yeah.
The guy next to you is going to keep you safe. The guy on the other side is going to keep you safe. The ladies behind the bar are going to keep you safe. The lady veteran in the audience is going to keep you safe. You're all here for the same reason, and that's to be together. Veterans need veterans sometimes.
And this place is really infectious. As sometimes I try not to come here and I still end up here.
Well,
like
we're magnetic like that.
I don't think I've been away from the Leatherneck Club more than 4 days since I first stepped foot in here.
It's crazy. When I started doing what I was doing here, there is no way I could have thought that this bar would become what it is.
Yes.
We're internationally known.
Mm-hmm.
We started using the tag frame, world famous Leatherneck Club. People are like, what makes it world famous? I'm like, just look at my followers.
Mm-hmm.
They're from Taipei. They're from Germany. It's veterans that are stationed all over, or not stationed all over, but now choosing to live in other parts of the country, but they know about this bar. I throw a post out, I get 150,000 views on it in a matter of 48 hours. Where are those views coming from? All over the world.
Yeah.
Right? The Vegas Valley is very cool because there's so many veterans here, and they engage.
Yes.
From simple things like Taco Tuesday, which we're doing here today, right? There's probably 30 veterans in this back room right now having chow and drinks and, doing all that kind of stuff. It's Taco Tuesday. There's nothing special. No. It's just Taco Tuesday. We do a different taco every Tuesday. We invite the veterans in or their families or their friends. Come in and have some good tacos. Have some decent chow, decent drinks at a reasonable cost for the Las Vegas Valley. I can't compete with Ottumwa, Iowa, at VFW giving their members $1 beer. No. I can't do that. No. But we're in Vegas, right? Yeah. So for Vegas, we're very reasonably priced.
And that's the thing too. Not only that, but you have quality beers that come from Marines.
Our number one drafts that we have on tap are done by Tenaya Creek Brewery, who is a family of Marines.
Yes.
So we love what their beers are. The first beer was Chesty. We put that on tap 15 years ago. I can attest because I've been drinking it every day since they put it on tap.
Yes.
I think they put a plaque up for me somewhere saying the most beers drank by one guy in the world. Yeah, it was me. But that's how we started it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when we started that, the keg of beer was like $80. They were a small little upstart new brewery. It's not like what we have now where there's a brewery on every freaking corner, right? Yeah. It's just a little upstart brewery in Las Vegas. And $80 barrel of beer. All right, we're going to sell it for $1. I get 120 pours out of a keg of beer. I'll sell it for $1 just to break even.
Yeah.
To introduce it to my audience. For $1 a beer, it's like giving it away.
Yes.
People who are Bud Light drinkers are like, well, I'll take the $1 beer. If you like Coors Light, I'll take the $1 beer, right? And all of a sudden, we hooked our customers on that beer.
Yes.
And they were able to raise it to $2. And they're like, it's still $2. Hell yeah, I'll buy it all day long.
Yeah.
But then the brewery raised the keg price up to like 120, and it's like, okay, guys, I'm sorry, we got to go to $3 for a pint of locally brewed beer.
Yes.
And they're like, you're good, Ghost.
Yeah.
No issues, man. We got you. Well, they were also hooked. We brought in other beers for that same brewery. And we've still got them on tap today. We call it a fire team. We take 4 of their beers, we put them on a paddle with 8-ounce glasses, and we call it the fire team. It's Marine Corps, right?
Yeah.
It's a fire team. So, yeah, you get all their local brewed beers on one paddle, call it the fire team.
So one thing, now that we're talking about the fire team, that we do, and we challenge every single vet that comes on this podcast.
I'm not doing push-ups.
We're not going to do push-ups.
Like this whole damn push-up challenge bullshit.
But it's to talk about one thing you do unique, that's unique to you for passion, purpose, or therapy. And for you, it's a Leatherneck bar. So we're going to take a break, and then you're going to throw me behind that bar, and we're going to see what we can do. You may yell at me a little bit because I've never been behind a bar. We'll see what the magic happens.
By the way, don't shut up. It's a bar. Just do your normal thing. Yeah, do your normal thing. Why?
Can I use that bit, TJ? Hell yeah.
Go shoot.
So we're here behind the bar, Leatherneck.
Yep.
You're about to teach me how to pour beer.
I thought you already said you knew how to pour beer.
I know a little bit. I know it in theory. I've never actually done it.
All right. So I want you to pour a tall chesty.
Yep.
That's our number one selling beer here. It's going to go in a 25-ounce mug. It's enough size. It's a man-sized.
You're talking about Mann now?
Yes, the Seaman size is 16 ounce. This is the man-sized marine beer, all right? So I want you to take it up under the tap handle by an inch. Tiny tilt. Pull that handle towards you.
Let's see.
When you get about 3/4 up, I want you to take that beer and set it down on the rack. I want a really nice head on it. Set it down.
Perfect. Just like that?
Just like that. No. Stop. Oh, you're still pouring.
So I did a good job?
No. Well, there won't be any gas left in this beer. Nice head, though. Nice head. You want to deliver to the customer?
Yep.
There you go.
Young man, I brought you a present.
We'll never work here.
This is the most head I've gone with. I think I'm going to take this one.
Got it?
I got it.
All right, let's go.
So, what can I get you?
I would love a pink crayon.
Pink crayon.
Pink crayon.
It's a marine bar. Of course we got crayons. Come on. Just got to find the flavor for her now.
You said pink?
Pink. That's the
That's
best.
melon. That's salmon.
Pink lemonade's in there somewhere.
Pink
Yeah,
lemonade.
for sure. The closest to pink you got.
How about salmon?
Thank you.
You gonna take a bite? Hell yeah. All right, and we're back. So I need to ask you, brutally honest, how did I do?
So I have a total of 5 bartenders that work here.
Mm-hmm.
You would be in 20th in line to continue to work here. I'd have to figure out the other 15 people to be in front of you, which could be a bum off the street. But they'll probably get a job before you will. I mean, listen, if we were doing semen shots all day long, you'd be my man. I would call you up. Hey, you get your ass in here. I got a bunch of Navy guys in here. I need semen shots all around. But I don't get a lot of semen coming around here, so you know.
I think the main one, other than me, is TJ, and that's about it.
Well, yeah.
There's a few,
and he's like super semen, so you know, like on fucking steroids.
So we're gonna jump back to your military experience really quick, because I've kind of been curious. What was your MOS?
I'm an 0311.
And for those of us who don't know what an 0311 is,
That is United States Marine Corps Infantry.
nice.
Yeah. A ground pounder, a basic rifleman, got what other names? Grunt.
Yeah.
You know, just that was my job. And it's so funny when I went to the recruiter and I took my ASVAB, they're like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "I want to be grunt, infantry."
Yes.
And they're like, "No, you scored high enough. You can do other things." And I'm like, "No, I want to be infantry."
Mm-hmm.
This is 1986. You know, okay, there's no wars going on. The Cold War's been going on for a while, right? I want to be infantry. I was a Boy Scout. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
this is glorified Boy Scouts. I'm going to go to the field. You know, we're going to bivouac. We're going to throw up our tents, and we're going to build campfires and roast marshmallows.
Yeah.
But we're going to do it with guns.
So
So I'm all about it.
I love camping.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not that.
It's not that.
Do
It's
you
not that.
have one story that kind of sticks out and framed you to be who you are today that you would like to share from your military service?
That's a tough one. The day one of the kickoff of Desert Storm, when the troops went over the border, right? So 2nd Marine Division has this certain route we're about to take. And so it's like 0 dark in the morning. We're all mounting up and we're getting in our tracks and we're hitting for the line of departure. And then the line of departure happens. We go through the different obstacles and things like that. And we're all prepared for the worst because if they told us, you know, there's 20,000 national, whatever they are, is on the other side with anti-aircraft guns ready to shoot at the ground level. We've got oil in trenches that they're going to set on fire after the alligators and after the concertina wire and after everything else they got there, right? And it was just like, we were just so amped up. And it was such a friggin' letdown. It was such a letdown. But then, after we got to our first position where we were supposed to stay for that afternoon, where they put a halt on everybody from moving any farther forward to Kuwait City, we got a call forward, said, hey, we have a small tank battle going on in front of us, and there's a bunch of POWs walking under the tank battle. Going to dispatch you guys up there, 2 squads, go up there, search, segregate the POWs, blah, 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 blah. So we did. And they're in a full, like, battle. Yep. I mean, they're shooting long distance, and there's rounds coming back the other direction. And there's a lot of people fleeing, but there's also a lot of people with leaflets in their hand walking under the tank fire, you know, and trying to get to this position so they can surrender. So we did this. And again, it was like 2 squads. And it ended up being that I think we took over 200 POWs with those 2 squads. And then we had to march them all the way back to the rear. Because apparently my lieutenant didn't think it was smart that we would ride shotgun on a track and actually just point our weapons at them and let them walk. No, we had to walk with them in mop gear, blah, 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 blah. We got back to our fighting holes after doing all that. And about an hour later, artillery incoming. And it's just landing on our paws, just bing, bing, bing. And it's, you know, that short whistle that you see in the movies, boom, and then boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And I watched all of these non-combat Marines, because there hadn't been combat in over 20 years, pucker assholes and get the job done.
Hell yeah. We
were stacking bodies, our own bodies, in fighting holes 5, 6 deep. Because you went to the closest fighting hole towards you, right? If you were too far away from your fighting hole to get back to it, because it was kind of downtime, you go to the next fighting hole. Yeah. We got fighting holes where they're just stacked bodies inside, deep, laying down on top of each other. And the last son of a bitch on top was almost always the sergeant or the corporal, right? Making sure everybody else got in that damn hole. Yeah. And that's the body that's going to make sure that if anybody takes anything, it's going to be that guy. So we're just looking at shrapnel blasting left and right. Only 3 injuries that night. Nobody died. But to me, that was like the changing moment where I'm like, fuck. Yeah. This is reality now. This is something that I will never forget in my life. Mm-hmm. And for every Marine or any service member who's ever been in a combat zone, Desert Storm was so small. Yes. It was so small. It shouldn't have been, but it was, thank God. It was so small. I am watching these Marines that are going on 2 deployments, 3 deployments, 5 deployments into shithole regions of our world and doing this every frickin' day. We did it for 4 frickin' days. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. And I look back on that every single time I meet a veteran that comes with this bar. I don't care if it's Vietnam. I don't care if it's OIF. I don't care if it's OEF. I look at those Marines every time they walk in this bar and be like, you've earned every right to do whatever the fuck you want to do in life now. You've earned it.
Amen.
That's my opinion. And that will always stick with me, which will make me always want to do a better job tomorrow than I'm doing today for our veterans.
Fuck yeah. Okay. We're going to take a quick pause, and then we're going to jump into the origin story of why Ghost is called Ghost.
No, we're not.
We're not.
Go and float. Grab what you got, let's go. It's the Snake River Road. Go and float. Ain't no surprise when we live our lives in the water. Ain't your clothes. Go and float. Go and float.
And we're back. So, I really want to know, what is the origin story behind Ghost? Why are you called Ghost?
My first story always is my mom hated me.
Yeah.
I was the second child. I was the middle child. And God knows all the middle children are the most fucked up. So, yeah, she named me Ghost.
Yes.
Which isn't the reality. No.
No.
I wish it was. Yeah, it's one of those like folklore things that I really don't want to share. I share it with a few people. The one thing I want to make sure that people understand, I'm not called Ghost because of high speed, low drag. I'm not recon. I'm not a sniper. I'm nothing like that. I'm an 0311 and went out and did their friggin' job for 5 years or whatever it was. Ghost is not because I did something like that. Ghost is very specific to a single gunnery sergeant and myself that just kind of stuck. Yeah.
And that's the answer I'm going to take
That's
because
it.
that's all I'm
That's all
going to
you're
get.
gonna get.
So there's not a lot of places like the Leatherneck Club on Earth. There really isn't.
No, we're very unique.
Do you think that there is a deeper purpose that comes into walking this bar other than bar? Like,
I think you can name 20 things,
yes.
whether it's solace, whether it's brotherhood, whether it's fraternity, whether it's relaxation, whether it's the ability to relax to a point where you don't feel rushed.
Yes.
You don't feel like you need to move along. You don't feel like you're around people who don't want you there. Yeah, there's so many adjectives I can use to say why this place does what it does, that it makes it unique. I think the thing that we're most blessed to do here is give the place a belonging.
Oh, yeah.
Belonging is probably the top adjective I can use, is that when you come here, you can belong. You don't have to be any specific military branch. You don't have to be a specific military MOS. You don't have to be anything specific.
Yeah.
Just be you. But if you walk in here, maybe not on your first time, because sometimes you're getting the lay for the land.
Yes.
And you're just absorbing, and you're just saying, okay, let me see what's going on in this place. Let me see if this is my kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I would hope that while you're doing that you take the moment and soak it in, so you can make a educated evaluation of how this bar takes care of its customers. And if it does, come back. When you're not as awestruck, when you're not keeping your guard up,
Yeah.
right? Come back another time and actually just come in and relax, so you can absorb it the way that we intended it for you to be able to absorb.
Hell yeah. Ghost, thank you so much for having
Absolutely,
me
brother.
here. I appreciate it. Leatherneck Club right here in Las Vegas. If you haven't been here, get the fuck down here.
Best burgers in Vegas. Appreciate you. Cool.